See, I wasn't joking last time, yesterday when I said I caught cold. Here we are, with that deep, depressing voice, and this time I'm not doing it on purpose. So hopefully it goes away within like few days, so I can get back to that energetic hype man. 18 days left. We have left 20s behind. There are no more 20s. We're in teens now. That makes no sense. What is SmackNPie? SmackNPie. Welcome back to another Dark Decision video on the channel. This is actually part 2 of our character role series, and today we're going to take a look at Reaper Nurses. We did Matron a few days ago, the character and their role in chapter 4, aka mortal ramification. So you know what? Without wasting any more time, let us begin. Reaper Nurses are going to be the first character / monster to greet us in chapter 4. Reaper Nurses are also the first character in Dark Deception to greet us in almost 2 years, so it's gonna be quite historic. Reaper Nurses name, such a Dark Deception name. Like I've said before, you would expect assist, aid from them, but these nurses, they're the one that holds your demise. Reaper Nurses are quite interesting to me, not because they're nurses, rather they're quite modern nurses. You would think Vince would go for an ancient like Silent Hill nurses path, and knowing the fact that we literally have a matron in this level, it really is surprising to see modern nurses around, really nailing down the point of mashing 2 timelines, the past and the present. The biggest part of Reaper Nurses' whole theme is seduction. I'll touch on it in just a second, but just looking at the appearance, their outfit, and the way they wear their outfit is a clear indication to what they're going for, not to mention their voice, voiced by legendary Tara Strong. You might know her as Harley Quinn. And heck, these Reaper Nurses even sound like Harley Quinn sisters, so there you go. One big theme this level has is the bag on the head. Matron also has a giant medic first aid kit bag on her head. Same with these. Reaper Nurses, however, are quite easy to explain, but appearance-wise, this is almost an ingenious move by Vince. Since we'll be facing multiple nurses, this is the perfect way to do it. It doesn't matter which one is which. What matters is that they're all nurses and they have a purpose: to hunt you down and kill you once and for all. The final detail of their appearance are the roller skates. This is what makes them unique in indie horror. Skates on nurses really is something not many people would think, and it's in a horror game where you have to run constantly while the enemy's chasing you. These stakes and nurses are a perfect recipe for disaster. Alright, so now we'll discuss the gameplay, their mechanics, and the ability for torment therapy, what to look out for, and what are they capable of. They're really fascinating. Starting off with their speed. Now, even without the gameplay, one only needs to look at their design and be like, yup, those skates are coming in handy for them big time. But we even have the gameplay shared by Glowstick Entertainment to showcase that. As you can see, they're quite far, but they pick up speed real fast using skates to their advantage. This is also the only gameplay teaser we have for torment therapy. Her speed is gonna be an issue, so keep using speed boost, avoid getting caught, and stay out of sight. But unfortunately, that's not all. Now this one is indeed a gray area, but from what we've learned in the Q&As so far, gameplay and voice reveal is certain. Nurses are very aggressive, and aggressive they are. They have a massive syringe. Now yes, in gameplay we don't see that, but that does not mean the other nurses don't have it. If they don't have it in zone 1, they're definitely going to have it in zone 2. Matron will provide them with extra help. There are pills to worry about, there is speed, aggressiveness, aka aggressive AI, and finally that injection jump scare. I don't think anyone is going to expect their jump scare, but unfortunately, even after all that, there's still one massive problem. This single-handedly makes them one of the most toughest enemies to face in all of Dark Deception: invisibility. We witness with our own very eyes nurses turning invisible. Now they only do it if you're far away, but in their sight, and skates aren't doing much. Now sure, sitting here you might be like, easy, we can see their footsteps on the floor. You're right, but replace those shiny floors with dark environments, soul shards floating, and add soundtrack on top of it, plus multiple nurses, you're done, bro. This is something I believe and actually predict many YouTubers will complain on launch day. They will call it unfair bullcrap, but everyone will get used to it. I also believe they do give players hint before going invisible, as there will be a sound effect just like Agatha, but come on, all of this information doesn't matter when you're actually playing. Okay, now we get to the boring part. But my favorite side of Dark Deception, the lore and story. Reaper nurses, as mentioned, work for Matron. We made a whole video on her, but what Matron does is that she gives these nurses free reign to do whatever they want, as long as they get the job done, which isn't a good thing for us. In the voice reveal, she says, Lord Malak sends his regards, again enforcing my point of Malak's creations in our worst nightmares. Not only they're doing the bidding for Matron, but even they know it's for Malak even more so. Our boy Dughouse is getting more popular, as Malak is making sure to let us know through his creations that he is indeed watching and his time will come. But you might wonder, how does this connect us with them? When it comes to Doug Hauser, they're important. After the family separated, he became desperate and was looking anywhere to fulfill his desires, throwing money around and whatnot. Nurses here represents his post-separation and desperate times, the times when women would seduce him and try to take as much advantage out of him, because they know he's desperate, whilst these injections and pills would give him physical satisfaction temporarily. They were becoming his torment real quick. That's what these Reaper nurses are. He took them as someone who would assist him in the time he was suffering. He believed at the time he was the one who needed help and aid, and he would look up to these women as the nurses, as the healers, who would throw herself at him for quick cash, yet nothing would actually help him. In the end, we saw how he realized quite late that those women were using him and ended up suing him actually. So they knew what they were doing, a simple one-to-one explanation on them actually, but it doesn't stop there unfortunately. For Doug Hauser, it goes on and on. He had cars, giant house, money, everything, yet nothing. His real life was his family that he treated like garbage. Real love he abandoned in face of his wife, and real purpose he didn't bother to care about, his daughter, Tammy Hauser. This person is full of dirt, filth, nasty doo-doo. So yeah, now that you think about it, who the freak are we playing as, bro? I don't really like him, but don't worry, it's all coming together. It is all happening as one full circle. We will meet Tammy Hauser, we will meet Doug's wife. How do I know? Well, we're gonna leave it here, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're only scratching the surface. We have Jojo Gang to go through, Mama Bear Trigger Teddies, and only a few days left. You will miss these days. You're gonna look back and be like, dang, remember those 30 days countdown? Those days were the real hype. Yeah, well, if you're not here, you're gonna miss it, so stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe and notifications on. Help me get to 50k before chapter 4, and follow me to Twitter and Instagram as SmackNPie. And I'll see you boys in the next one. Take care and peace. This call is nasty. I wasn't joking, man.